Henry, how do you go about helping your clients prepare an approach to a potential investor?
Well, it's very important when you're preparing approaches for funding to make sure you've got all your ducks in a row, if you like. So typically in the sort of projects that we're talking about, where it's new product development funding, we will have a design done. We will have a marketing plan done, which will constitute, the marketing analysis we've already done, the pricing work that we've done, so that we've got a proposition that we can justify. We will then have that in a business plan format, so that we've got cash flow projections and a full business plan, so that when we go forward for funding, all of the boxes are ticked, and it's really just a question of whether or not the investor is interested in the particular proposition. All of that work does take quite a considerable time, but these are strategically important moments for companies, and this is where some companies succeed or fail. So it's very important to do it right.
And how important is market research before approaching an investor?
Market research is vital. Investors aren't idiots. Just because you think that a product's got a good chance of success doesn't mean that they're going to believe you. You need to be able to demonstrate very clearly that your product fits into a market, that it delivers a benefit to the market, therefore it'll be sold. You need to know the size of the market, and you need to work out the depth of penetration you expect. If you've got a new product for the baby market, how many baby products of that type are bought every year? What possible chance do you think you've got of selling 5, 10, 15% into that market, and be able to justify that very clearly on a price basis and on a benefits basis, so that it makes absolute sense and you've got all the facts and figures behind you. Otherwise, you'll very quickly find that investors will lose interest.
What about a business plan? Is it important, and do you help your clients prepare them?
Yes, absolutely. We work with clients to prepare business plans. As part of our ongoing product development cycle anyway, we're generating a lot of the information that would go into the business plan. The design leads to, as we know, the costs for tooling, factory setup, certification, and then costs for unit production, so that we understand what it's going to cost to land a market-ready product in the particular market you're selling into. We'll then work with clients to put together a more rounded proposition, market analysis, sales and marketing. We work with consultants and experts in the product sectors, and then that can be drawn together with the help of an accountant into a ready-to-go business plan ready for funding.
In deciding to invest, do business angels look at past experience?
It's really very important, the past experience of the entrepreneur. Successes and failures are both often, ticks in the right boxes. They need to know that you've got a track record, that you've learned, that you've launched companies and products before. If you haven't, you can get over that, but it's much better if you have got some relevant experience that they can demonstrate to themselves as much as anything when they're looking to tick the right boxes, that you're the sort of individual that it's worth backing. Often, investors are making decisions more on the individual than the product idea. Yes, the product needs to be good, the business plan needs to be good, but it's the individual that's going to deliver the success of the project, the success of the business, and ultimately the individual is going to be the guy or woman who makes sure that the money gets returned with interest to the investor and they've profited.
At what stage in the project is it appropriate to approach a business angel?
Well, that will depend very much from project to project, and particularly we have to marry up the individual business or innovator's requirements. But really, you need to have a fully rounded proposition. So as I've mentioned already, you need to have a design done. The project needs to have been costed all the way through to manufacture and product, individual unit cost. You need to have done your market analysis. You need to know what your size of the market is. That needs to have been scoped thoroughly, so you have a thorough proposition to which you can place in front of an investor.